All right, let's dive into something I think you're going to find super useful. We're talking about unlocking that topper mindset, and our guide for this is Neelam Talreja, the founder of Mindseed Tutorials. She has years and years of experience helping students crush their goals, and she's got some amazing practical tips for us. So let's jump right into the big question on everyone's mind. I mean, it's the question every single student has asked themselves at some point, right? You look at the top scores in your class and you just wonder, what's their secret? Are they working with some kind of super high IQ? Do they have a photographic memory? Or are they just, born a genius?
Well, what if I told you that for like 98% of top students, all of that, it's just a myth? Yeah. Turns out the real difference isn't some magic gift they were born with. It's actually something much more accessible. We're talking about a mix of smart strategy, consistent habits, and a winning mindset. And you know what the best part is? Every single one of those things can be learned by anyone, including you.
So, where do we start? What's the first big secret? It all comes down to having a plan. But wait, not the kind of crazy, ambitious plan that you try for 2 days and then just give up on because you're exhausted. No, we're talking about building a solid foundation, a plan you can actually stick to. And you might be surprised by the magic number for that foundation. It's just 2. Yep, 2 hours of self-study a day. That's it. Forget those insane 12-hour study sessions you hear about. The real secret, proven by literally thousands of toppers, is all about consistency. Just 2 focused hours every single day. It's totally manageable, it's sustainable, and believe me, it is incredibly effective. Okay, so how do you make sure those 2 hours really, really count? Well, it breaks down into a super simple system. First up, the night before. Just take 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, to write down exactly what you're going to tackle the next day. No more waking up and wondering, what should I study? Then you just split your time. You've got your productive hour, that's when your energy is high. Use that for your hardest subjects. Then you've got your unproductive hour. When you're feeling a bit drained, that's perfect for easier stuff like homework. It's a simple little structure, but man, is it powerful. All right, so tip 1 gives you that solid plan. Awesome. But a plan is just a piece of paper if you can't actually do it, right? And that's where tip 2 comes in, mastering your focus. Because let's be real, a great plan is totally useless if every single notification, every little thing throws you off track. This tip is all about how you win that battle against distraction. Let's paint a picture here. We've got 2 students, Rahul and Mohit. Both of them plan to start studying at 6 p.m. And, you guessed it, both get distracted. Now, Rahul, with an average student mindset, gets frustrated. He thinks, my time is wasted, the whole hour is ruined, I'll just start fresh at 7. And poof, a whole hour is gone. But Mohit has that topper mindset. He gets distracted, sure, but he thinks, okay, that time is gone, can't get it back, but I can make the most of what I have left. And he just starts studying at 6:30. You see the difference? Talkers value every single minute. They don't wait for the perfect time to start, they just start. And this idea is at the very core of their strategy. It's called the power hour. See, it's not about studying for more time, it's about studying deeper. 1 single hour of intense, locked-in, unbroken concentration can be way, way more effective than 4 hours of being distracted and only half paying attention. It's all about quality over quantity, every single time. Okay, let's recap. You're planning like a pro, and you're focusing like a laser. Fantastic. But what are you actually doing during that study time? This is where we shift gears from just putting in the hours to making those hours insanely efficient. It's time to talk about active learning. Let me ask you something. Why is it that you can remember in perfect detail the taste, the smell, even the crinkle of the wrapper of a chocolate bar you ate years ago, but that chapter of history you read yesterday is already a blur? The answer is pretty simple, actually. That chocolate bar engaged a bunch of your senses, right? Taste, touch, smell, sight. Well, the exact same idea applies to learning. The more senses you can get involved, the deeper that information sinks into your long-term memory. So, how do we put this into practice? It's all about bringing more senses to the party. First, write it down. Don't just passively read the words on the page. Taking notes gets your eyes and your hands involved. Second, visualize it. Turn those boring abstract concepts into a movie in your head. Actually see the historical event unfold or picture that chemical reaction happening. And finally, hear it. Seriously, read important definitions and concepts out loud. Hearing the words adds a whole other layer for your brain to grab onto. Okay, so now you're planning, you're focusing, and you're learning actively. You're doing all the right things. But what about a week later? How do you make sure all that hard work doesn't just disappear? That's what tip 4 is all about, making it stick. Let's look at how toppers make sure they remember everything.
And it's not some complicated thing either. It really just comes down to a simple revision system. First part, the 10-minute daily review. At the end of your day, just take 10 minutes to quickly scan over everything you were taught in class. This one little habit is a game changer for preventing that in one ear, out the other problem. Second, teach the concept. Try to explain a new topic to a friend, or, hey, even just explain it out loud to yourself in an empty room. If you can teach it, you've really truly mastered it. And last but not least, test yourself. Actively trying to answer practice questions forces your brain to work way harder and remember better than just passively rereading your notes.
And that brings us to our final tip, tip 5. And this one isn't a technique or a little hack. It's something bigger. It's the foundation that all the other tips are built on. Honestly, it might be the most important secret of all. We're talking about your mindset. Just look at this story of 2 students, Sneha and Rohit. Sneha gets good marks one time. Someone tells her, "Wow, you're so smart." And she starts to believe it. That confidence snowballs and it fuels even more success. It's a positive cycle. But then there's Rohit. He gets low marks once, and he's told, "You're just not good at this." He starts to believe that, he loses his confidence, and his performance gets stuck. It's a cycle of self-doubt. The critical lesson here? What we believe about ourselves has a powerful way of becoming our reality. So often the biggest barrier you face isn't how smart you are. It's not your brain power. It's that little voice of self-doubt you carry around. That voice that whispers, "I can't do this." Toppers hear that voice too, believe me. The difference is they've learned how to turn the volume down on it and turn up the volume on the voice that says, "Yes, I can." Because when you get right down to it, it is a choice. You have the same brain, you have the same books, you probably have the same teachers as the top students in your class. The only real difference, the one thing you can control, is the story you choose to tell yourself. So what's it going to be? Are you going to tell yourself the story of Rohit or the story of Sneha? And there you have it, 5 powerful keys to unlocking that topper mindset. Now, if you're looking for some personalized guidance to really put these strategies into action and make them work for you, definitely reach out to Mindseed Tutorials. Thanks so much for watching.